Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Wyatt Claypool Show. To put it mildly, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is in a very tough position. Deservedly so. The Atlantic Liberal Caucus wants him to resign. Reportedly, the Quebec Liberal Caucus also wants him to resign. And many individual Liberal MPs and Liberal influencers have been calling on Trudeau to step down and be replaced by Chrystia Freeland as the new Liberal Prime Minister going into the 2025 federal election, which just feels like a repeat of Brian Mulroney stepping down and being replaced by Kim Campbell. Let's be honest. Chrystia Freeland is the living embodiment of the color beige, so I don't know why the Liberals think that this would be a big improvement, but at least they are convinced it would somehow help them in the polling by replacing Trudeau with Freeland. Anyways, Trudeau is not surrounded by a lot of allies at this point, but he still has one ally left that he is running to try and recover some of his popularity, that being the Canadian legacy media, because he pays them. Let's be honest. He pays them, so they're friendly with him. They give him softball interviews. But Trudeau, the other day, just did a very embarrassing interview with "This hour is 22 minutes." Maybe he thought by doing an interview on a comedy show, he'd come off as light and he can be self-effacing and all this stuff. He can still be funny. The problem is Trudeau isn't funny. He's not self-effacing. He doesn't have the ability to be light because at all times, he thinks he's better than you. So he always comes off as sanctimonious and unable to actually play into the joke. I'm going to show you this interview. We'll watch the full 4.5 minutes and just, let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember, subscribe to this channel if you like me and you don't have, you haven't yet subscribed. Come on, what are you guys doing? Like this video, all that other stuff. But here is this 22 minutes interview. Suffer through it with me.
Happy New Year, Prime Minister.
Happy New Year, Mark.
Oh, 2024, what a garbage year, hey? We've all had a horrible 2024, but nobody's had a harder 2024 than you. I mean, down and up holes, inflation, tariffs. Pierre Poilievre called you a wacko. I mean, just a garbage year. And for Canadians, it's been a great comfort that no matter how bad 2024 got, we could always say, you know what? At least we're not Justin Trudeau. You had a hard year. You went through I don't want to get personal, but you went through a devastating breakup. Of course, I mean Jagmeet Singh. How's your heart?
Look, these are actually decently funny lines from Mark, but you'll notice that as the thing goes on, Trudeau's just unable to actually, vibe with them at all, and he just comes off like he wants to do a serious interview this whole time.
Because I know he was the only one who supplied you with confidence.
We got good things done together as progressives, and we're going to still try to bring them along on the more progressive things we're doing.
That's a good attitude. And there's a lot of fish in the sea. I mean, you still got the Bloc Québécois and the Green Party. You should have put a ring on it. Then, of course, you had the low point of the year for you. Kind of embarrassed all Canadians when you were caught on tape dancing to Taylor Swift.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was in Toronto attending a...
Obviously, they're not actually going to be asking Trudeau serious questions in this, but even this, when it goes back to Trudeau, Trudeau cannot pass the ball. Every time Mark tries to set him up for something to be funny about, Trudeau immediately just starts talking about, that's how politics works.
Taylor Swift concert with his family.
I was in the mood. I was going on.
You're wearing your Swiftie bracelet.
I still have it.
How old are you? Well, you have to remember, you can't really dance like no one is watching. You have to dance like someone is filming you on your phone.
Well, that's just the era we're in right now.
Well, if anybody needs to shake it off.
Okay, there you go. See, I know now.
Can anyone notice the amount of editing in this interview so far? Every time, again, Mark tries desperately to pass the ball to Trudeau. Trudeau's fumbling it because he doesn't have the ability to be light or funny. Even though Trudeau in 2015 could be charismatic, I didn't like him back in 2015, but there's a reason he won a majority government. Here, he's wanting Mark to make all the jokes, and then every time it goes over to Trudeau, he's like, oh, yes, I like Taylor Swift.
Now I'm going to go with you.
And then, like all good Quebecers, when it got cold, you frigged off down to Florida. You went to Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. How exciting. How was the food? Was it as plastic as the people in the surgery?
Actually, it was a really good steak.
When you were there, Donald Trump said, quite frankly, Canada should become the 51st state, and he'd let you stay on as the governor, which is the best offer you've had in a while. Should Canada become the 51st state? And I'm not against it, because at least then we have a chance at winning the Stanley Cup again.
Yeah, there was a lot discussed during those 3 hours. That was an offhand jocular moment. I don't think it was serious, even from him.
And well, then he tweeted a picture of him standing with a Canadian flag looking out at a mountain range, but that was actually Switzerland. Is that
Oh my goodness. And then even Mark is screwing this up because, like, at a moment where you could actually make jokes at Trudeau's expense and then maybe Trudeau can try and be light and kind of bounce off you a bit, everything goes back to trying to make fun of Trump. And, well, he posted a picture, an AI picture, and it's actually the Swiss Alps, not Canada, that he's looking over with the Canadian flag. What is this? And again, throughout this, we're halfway through basically, and Trudeau still just seems like he's just like he is the stiffest interview I've ever seen. Mark is trying to be funny, and like Trudeau just keeps giving him like neutral answers to everything.
The Matterhorn, wasn't it?
Yeah. Is that our greatest defense? Is that Americans are really bad at geography?
I think our greatest defense is that we do things together across the border, and anything they do that will hurt us will also hurt them. And that's something that he doesn't want to do.
Trump wants you to secure the border. You know who should get to do that? The Freedom Convoy people. You just line up all those trucks along the border, and they love to barricade things. There's no drugs getting past them, and you don't even have to pay them or feed them because Pierre Poilievre is just going to go back and forth all day giving them Timbits. And so you went.
And so we have American jokes, we have jokes at the Freedom Convoy and conservatives, but it's like, okay, I know he actually had some good lines off at the start with Trudeau, but like, you're on the interview with Trudeau. Did like Trudeau request that you don't make fun of him too much? Because this is just boring now, because obviously Trudeau's giving him nothing to work with at all. Trudeau's just staring into his soul, trying to make his poll numbers go up by, like, I don't know, making Mark tell people to vote Liberal.
Went down there, he liked that, kind of likes to be flattered. Would you consider inviting him up to Canada for a state visit like you did for President Biden?
Yes.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
He'd like that. No, if you strengthen the border, he can't get in because he's a convicted felon. We'll see how.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Mark, you're not funny. You had one good joke at the start with about Jagmeet.
It goes. And we know that 40 years ago, your father famously took a walk in the snow when the Conservatives were up in the polls and decided it was time to give it up. It's snowing out there now.
When my father was my age, he still had a dozen years of prime ministering ahead of him.
Oh my God. Another dozen years?
Good God, no.
I think Pierre Poilievre is at 99% in the polls. Do you think you can do this?
Yes.
Why?
Right now, we're in a moment where everything is difficult, and Pierre Poilievre is trying to
The answer is he's delusional. He's delusional.
convince Canadians not to believe in themselves, not to believe in the CBC, not to believe in climate change, not believe in gun control, not believe in women's rights. I believe Canadians rise to the occasion, and I am certainly not going to stop fighting at this moment where it's so important.
Yes, beautiful. You know who you remind me of? Mike Tyson. I kid.
Oh my goodness. Just absolutely taking the joke behind the barn and just kicking it to death. Just executing the joke gangland style.
Young Mike Tyson.
Politics right now is full of vitriol and hate, and things are getting crazy, and we need to take the temperature down.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to wish you a great 2025, and I have a little gift that I hope will help do that.
I look forward to your gifts every year.
Oh, what's it going to be?
Oh, come on.
Oh, no, wait.
Good
luck.
That. More of these flags everywhere, please.
Good luck in 2025, because you're going to need it.
That was just horrible. Man. Ugh. If you didn't have a reason to give up on life, that was a good one. Again, why did Trudeau gain out of any of this? It only ended up showing all of his actual flaws as a politician. That when he's great, this is actually the thing that, probably a great way of describing Trudeau. He's great when he's up, but when he's down, he's terrible. Justin Trudeau does not have the ability to recover. You'll even remember after SNC Lavalin, his poll numbers sort of trailed off enough that in 2019, he couldn't win a majority. And then after that, trailed off a little bit more. As Trudeau goes down, he only slides into all of his negatives. And so he continues to be sanctimonious. Here's another video from him. You think they would try and do something slightly self-aware at this moment, but no. They're going to try and happy talk their way through everything because Trudeau can only ever project his dominance, that he's on top, that he's doing good things. He says, only our Liberal team is fighting for you to make life more affordable and build a strong economy. I'm going to go, I want to show you this video, and then I want to show you Jagmeet's video, because it's very ironic that both of them are the exact same, despite Jagmeet pretending that they're like completely different politicians with different priorities.
2024 was a year of delivering progress. Together, we made investments to build nearly 4 million homes and protect renters.
It's still literally a fantasy plan. That is, I could make declarations from my basement here, and it will have more of an impact than Trudeau saying we're going to build 4 million homes, because there's no mechanism to let them build those homes. And in fact, all their housing plans keep driving down the amount of housing being built. My goodness.
We delivered dental care and more $10 a day childcare spaces. We started a national school food program and moved forward on national universal pharmacare. Our Liberal team is...
Why is it that people are so poor that they can't afford school lunch, dental care, or their pharmaceuticals? People could afford them at least more easily under Harper, and we didn't have the programs, by the way.
It's fighting for you to make life more affordable and build a stronger economy. Only with your support can we keep building a better future for everyone.
It's horrible. It's bad. But we will swiftly move along to Jagmeet Singh. And a reminder, again, if you guys are not yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. I am well on the way to getting to the 100,000 I plan to be at by December of this year. But here's Jagmeet Singh, who supposedly is against Trudeau, going to make a video that is basically Trudeau's video from the NDP's perspective, despite the fact that supposedly the Liberals are super corporate. The truth is the NDP are very corporate too. They just pretend not to be. Because the thing is that big government people tend to create a lot of corporations to manage things. They just don't like private corporations, even though for grocery store chains, as much as Jagmeet Singh attacks them, higher regulations and taxes have been boxing out their competition. So even though their profit margins have been going down, their competition has also been going away.
2024 was a battle. Let me give you a bit of the year in review. 3 of the biggest fights that we fought. First off, 1.2 million people across the country received dental care because of the NDP dental care program.
Yeah, it was the NDP dental care program, the supplementary part of the government. The Bloc voted for it too. It doesn't mean anything. It would have passed regardless. And again, why is it that he keeps saying that Trudeau betrayed us, even though all these accomplishments that the NDP did were with the help of the Liberals? Like, these are stupid programs. No, 1.2 million people did not get helped by the dental care program, because the dental care program basically applies to everybody. Every time someone goes get dental care, the Liberal government can say, and now the NDP can say, oh, look, 1.2 million people who qualify for the universal dental care program went to go get dental care. Show me the chart of people who have never received dental care in the past 10 years who've finally gotten it. No doubt some, but the problem is the program's flawed and bloated, so it's going to cost a lot of money to get very few people some minor dental care. Plus, there's still deductibles attached to it. You still have to pay some.
That has changed the lives of so many people. An incredible fight. Secondly, pharmacare. We passed the law starting with diabetes medication and devices and free birth control. We're going to expand it to include more, but this was a big fight, and we were able to secure that for people. And finally,
in the long run, we are going to have less like a stricter access to diabetes medication, insulin devices. But guys, free condoms, guys, free with no charge except your taxes.
A school food program across the country. This is to help kids get a nutritious meal at school, help alleviate some of the pressure on the shoulders of families that are struggling with the high cost of groceries. But this was a battle. Liberals and conservatives
such a battle. He's
fought back, but we didn't give up because we had people on our side.
Oh yeah, no doubt you were in Justin Trudeau's office, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu wrestling him down and forcing his hand with a pen in it to sign the bill to put forward like the lunches for kids. These are all things the Liberals literally ran on in the 2021 platform, and he's pretending that he's the one getting it to happen.
Now we know that working and middle-class families need so much more hope and relief. So in 2025, we're going to change everything.
Oh, he's going to change, guys. He's going to change everything. What's with the weird saxophone in the background of that video too? There's this kind of like weirdly like, softcore romantic kind of like saxophone beat going on in the background, like, I don't know. It's bad. The Liberals and the NDP, those two videos are the same video, except somehow the NDP is against the Liberals, but they literally advertise themselves the complete same. The parties definitely are different, but the thing is, the things that they value are pretty much the same, except that the NDP wants way more of it than the Liberals do. And so we're supposed to assume that all these things were only passed because the NDP were there, or at least the extent of the program wouldn't have been as big unless the NDP were there. Guys, but the programs suck. Nobody likes the programs. Everyone thinks that they're bloated and terrible. There's a reason why 65% of Canadians think we spend too much money, which is like a cataclysmic event in Canada. Usually Canadians will just say, yeah, I think we should spend more because it sounds compassionate. These days, to a man, basically, everyone's like, yeah, we spend too much. Because even with that 65% statistic, it still has like 18% who are like, don't know, who probably are going to side with the majority over time. Anyways, that's it for me today, guys. Remember to like this video, subscribe, do all that stuff, share it with a friend, and I'll see you guys, later, maybe in the same day. I always say, and people have pointed out, see you guys tomorrow, or see you guys this is it for me today, and then I make like another 2 videos that same day. I'm not going to do that. This is the last video until my next video. See you guys later.